can collect it once in 3 days or even once in 4 days, that is okay, right? If they can manage, welcome, let them manage it. And if they can't, then we have to think of some way of collecting and managing. That's why I say encourage home composting, and especially in interior villages, and we can encourage, and they will obviously they will do that. Only villages that are close to towns and cities, villages that are close to towns and cities may not have enough space. They may be willing to give all whatever waste they have, even mixed up waste. Mixed up waste also they might want to give. There you need to educate the people to segregate, and then you can take for composting or whatever, and the plastic waste can be sent for recycling, all that. Villages that are close to, or gram panchayats that are close to towns and cities. Interior, if they have a way of managing, encourage that, please. Don't try to set up your unit there. Mr. Harish is in. Hello. Mr. Harish?
Yes, I am here. Yes.
Okay, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. So we have Mr. Harish who is ready for the next session. If you have one question, last question, I will take, and otherwise I will introduce Mr. Harish, and he is here from Karnataka. Okay, thank you very much, and I am here with you for 3 days. 3 days, so anytime you can ask me. Now I think I should give the floor to Mr. Harish. He is Assistant Director Swachh Bharat Mission from Karnataka, and I would say I have visited many states how they are doing solid waste management. Karnataka, I would say, is one of the states that is doing well in waste management. So that way, I invited Mr. Harish just 2 days ago, and he agreed happily. So I have invited him to talk about the specific IEC campaigns for solid waste management, what they did, what kind of training and capacity building they did, and the range of stakeholders they cover when it comes to a training or IEC, or the range of stakeholders they cover, and also some how they roll out their IEC plans, and some lessons from successful Gram Panchayat or successful waste management units. Those are the things I have asked him to cover. And here is Mr. Harish, and please take over, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Ramesh. Good afternoon, all. I can share my screen, right?
Yeah, please do. Please do. Yeah, it's there. We are able to see. Yes.
You can see it, right?
Yeah. You can. You want to put it in slide mode? You can. Full view mode. You can put. Otherwise, it is visible. It is visible.
Just a second. I'm just. Okay. Yeah, it is visible now, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I'll just try to put it in slide mode. Yes. It is in slide mode, right?
Not yet, but it is visible, sir. Not yet.
Okay. Anyways, it is visible. So, good afternoon, all. I am Harish, Assistant Director for Swachh Bharat Mission, Rural Drinking Water and Sanitation Department, Karnataka. So, as Mr. Ramesh put it up earlier, that I am here to talk about IEC campaigns, trainings, and capacity building activities to reach out to the communities as far as solid waste management is concerned. Mr. Ramesh, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, before I move on to the IEC campaigns that we are conducting throughout the state, I'll just quickly take you through where we stand as far as SWM status is concerned in the state of Karnataka. So, as Mr. Ramesh has explained to you all, the SBMG Phase 2 guidelines in the previous session, he has taken all of you through it in detail. I don't want to stress on this slide. It's just key components of ODF sustainability and ODF plus activities. As you can see, IHHLs, the remaining IHHLs, CSCs, and ODF sustainability specific IEC activities, retrofitting, all that. It covers the ODF sustainability activities. And ODF Plus, as you are all aware, it is solid and liquid waste management. So as far as the status so far in the SLWM for the state of Karnataka, you can see number of GPs, number of Gram Panchayats in the state is 6,021. So far we have approved 1,890 DPRs. DPRs, detailed project reports, where I will explain a bit about DPRs a little later. And out of approved DPRs of 1,890, around 484 units are operational across the state, and 704 units are under progress. There are different stages of construction and procurement of equipments and vehicles and other things. You see the funds released and expenditure. I don't want to get into that details. So this slide is a little important because this is our strategy to go about taking up sustainability and plus ODF plus activities across the state. So we are considering ODF sustainability as our primary step. As it is explained there, the new IHHL and CSCs and institutional toilets and retrofitting, all those activities will be the focus number one. And then ODF plus one, we are considering a solid waste management as the ODF plus one stage of covering all the ODF plus initiatives. So solid waste management, as you saw in the previous slide, we have approved almost 2,000 DPRs, and we are going at a good pace, and we are targeting to complete the DPR approval process of all the Gram Panchayats, of all the 6,000 Gram Panchayats by December 2020, so that the implementation process can take over from there on. So our second focus will be solid waste management, and then after solid waste management, we are looking at black water management, because compared to grey water, black water treatment is much needed, and because black water is quite relatively dangerous compared to grey water. So our focus is on black water management, the third step, and then grey water management is the last focus area that we are considering. How we go about it, I'll just explain it in the next slide. This is the village coverage. The total 28,000 change villages there are, and 2021 we are covering around 10,000, and then around 8,000 in the 21-22, and then 22-23 in the sixth year, 6,232 GPs, and then 23-24 3,000, and then for the last year of the SPMG phase 2, that is 24-25, we are targeting 961 villages. This is villages coverage, and this is how we are going about district wise. You can see how we have planned. This is the flow chart kind of a thing that we have kept for ourselves to cover all the villages of the state as far as this ODF S and ODF plus activities are concerned. So as I said, in the process of approval of DPR itself, we are considering all the items that make sure the unit, once it is set up, it is sustainable. We will look for proper ownership of land for the Gram Panchayats where the unit is being built, and then we will look for proper and technically sanctioned estimates by technically authorized engineering wings at the taluka and district levels, and we are making sure that there is no administrative issues, any administrative disputes, anything. So we are making sure everything is in place before we approve a DPR for a particular Gram Panchayat to set up an SWM unit. so that there will not be any issue once the implementation process takes off. So that is one thing. So once the DPR is approved, in our state we have a specific RWS wing of engineering division, that is Rural Water Supply and Sanitation wing of engineering division. They will take care of the implementation process of the construction, and also the procurement of equipments and other things will be taken care of by the Gram Panchayat level officers. That is, we have a Panchayat Development Officer who will head the Gram Panchayat at the bureaucratic level. So all Gram Panchayats have a Panchayat Development Officer who will take care of all the procurement of equipments and other vehicles and other things, and also who will coordinate with the engineering divisions in the construction process of the shed and everything. This is brief strategy and status that we have achieved so far in the SWM sector in the state.
Sorry, Mr. Harish. If you can try put it in slide mode, because the letters are small. Just try put it in slide mode.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
I'm saying if you can try put it in slide mode. This
slide mode. Okay. I'll try.
Because the letters are too small.
Okay, I'm just